So I reluctantly went along for the 2-hour ride, dreaded it the whole way, and she drugged me into a hot room. It was my very first ever yoga experience. So I had never even tried any other type of yoga. At that point, 20 plus years in the Marine Corps, and all the hardcore PT and all the stuff that you do, and yoga was just not anything that really appealed to you. Got in the hot room, and literally, you just felt the challenge. You felt the
from your first class.
Drive. Yeah, you really felt the and the accomplishment. Because you're intimidated. Obviously, everybody's done it the first time once, and just that intimidation of being in a room that hot with all of these people doing yoga for the first time, and they're all, in your mind, professionals, and you're the amateur in there, and it was just a great experience.
Did you practice next to her, or did?
I did. I don't even know if I remember she was in the room though. Like everybody says, you just get into your own practice and your own world, and I think that's one of the things that really is the most appealing, besides the physical benefits, is for 90 minutes, that's the only thing you think about. You're thinking about your posture, your practice, staring in the mirror, try not to fall out, try not to leave the room, all those good things. But it's been a great experience. One of our really good friends, Mark Kellingstad, who's also a former Marine, he was like me, yoga, no way, are you crazy? Big, tough, bad, 6'4", 250-pound Marine. He came down with his wife, Jamie, my wife Jamie, in her practice together, and he came down, and now he's
got a regular practice.
Yeah,
that's right.
And he loves it. And there's a lot of interest there is, and I think it's just people getting over that hurdle of trying it for the first time.
Walking in the door.
You got to walk in the door, absolutely, and and it's great. And in reality, we're from Jacksonville, and you think that it's far away. Like today, when we drove down, it was 50 minutes door to door. It takes me 65 minutes to drive to work 13 miles every day. So 50 minutes on the road on a Saturday or a Sunday or late in the afternoon to come down and spend 90 minutes in the hot room, and then you get to go enjoy a nice meal in Wilmington and drive back home to Jacksonville. So it's a win-win. But yeah, it's I think that the more people feel the benefit and talk about it, and it's funny. I'll share a short story today. After our first class this morning, we actually went to brunch, and the four of us were sitting around, Mark and Kathy and my wife Jamie and I, and we were talking about nothing but yoga, talking about our favorite postures, talking about how we did today, who got into what, whose camel was great. And Jamie looked at us and she goes, would you think 4 years ago when we met that we'd be sitting around brunch talking about Bikram yoga practice? And Mark and I were like, absolutely not. It was all Marine Corps stuff, or going out to dinner and scotch and cigars, and here we were having brunch talking about our Bikram yoga practice. Unabashedly, without fear, and that's really what it is. And some people, it's just getting over that.
Especially guys.
Yeah, it's getting over that stigmatism. It's it's the same thing in the Marine Corps. The first time that they introduced aerobics as physical training, we were like, aerobics, and then we got crushed by aerobics and realized that it was real physical training. This is the same thing. Again, I can't compare this to any other yoga because I've never done any other yoga, and I don't think that I would want to do any other style of yoga. But this is. It's fulfilling, it's rewarding, and physically, I mean, for me, I've got two very bad shoulders, a pretty tore up back, and I can find a way to do the postures and do the yoga where it's not going to heal things that are torn, but it's going to help you fix those things, that hurt. And I don't have the pains that I have normally on a regular practice, and that for me, that's just once a week. If I come once a week, I feel the difference. I didn't come for the last 2 weeks. I wake up in the middle of the night, my shoulders are hurting places that they hurt when I don't. And so
and it affects your sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's wonderful.
Well, great. Thanks for talking to us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.